know what I'm saying? In front of everybody. Oh. Game starts at 20, bet slip is empty. I gotta call KG. KG, what up?
I got nothing for you, Fox.
Ah, come on. What you got, huh?
It is spa day, Jamie. You don't interrupt spa day.
Okay. Gracie, what's up?
I need some tips.
Jamie, you want a tip?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, somebody. Jalen, what's up, man?
You want a tip?
Yeah.
You really want a tip?
I really need some tips.
Don't call somebody on live TV, Jamie Foxx.
Well, you answered. Have other friends anyway. Marshawn, Barry, holla.
Jamie Foxx. Hey, what's up with it, Fox?
Listen, I need some tips.
I like L.A.
LA?
No, Dallas.
Dallas?
Dallas not the
Dallas?
fit. We gotta get to Miami. How about Detroit? Nah, Barry over there.
You know what? I'm gonna call y'all right now. Vanessa, I need your help.
I got a tip for you. Always go with your gut.
I like that. Going with my gut. Let's go with our gut.
Welcome to Turnpike Sports. I'm Dave Weischadle, and as always, I'm joined by my producer and co-host, Doug Weischadle. Doug, a very interesting week in New York sports media. First, you got the Jets changing quarterbacks. I guess kind of long overdue for a lot of Jets fans. And Jacob deGrom is gone, going to Texas from the Mets.
The deGrom situation I kind of expected. It didn't seem like he wanted to be there.
Well, he's a Southern guy, and to defend the Mets a bit, I mean, 5 years for Jacob deGrom,
Who's rarely pitched.
given his injury history, is a little much. So I understand where the Mets were coming from, but it was still a shock to the system for a lot of Mets fans in the New York area.
Well, the other situation with regards to Texas versus New York is for New York to match what Texas offered them, they would have to go even more on the money because of the tax situation.
Yeah.
There's no taxes for the player over there. That's a
No personal income. No state personal income tax in Texas.
If you look at the amount they gave him, that's a boatload of money. I don't think New York could have really matched. I mean, on a rational basis.
Yeah.
I know the fans, judge by their heart, and they loved deGrom. They wanted him there. I just think, you can't match states like Texas and Florida when it comes to giving money. I mean, that was the same situation when Tyreek Hill. He turned down the Jets offer. It was the same amount of money, but the only reason he went to Miami was because there was no tax issues.
Yeah, no state personal taxes. So, it's it's one of those business decisions that every athlete has to make.
And as for the Jets, I've been following what's been going on.
You're a Jets fan. How do you feel? Is it a long overdue decision putting White in?
It's a long overdue decision because I never wanted Zach Wilson to begin with.
Yeah.
He was never my choice as a quarterback.
Well, look, he's got every talent in the world, but he's just immature.
Well, it's not even that. If you watch his game, he can't read defenses. He never sets his feet. He can't read defenses. He never throws the ball where the defense dictates, which is what you're supposed to do in this offense. Go to the open guy. I mean, this is the San Francisco offense. That's predicated on going the right place at the right time, getting the ball out quickly. Zach Wilson can't do that. Mike White, who I have to admit, judging in the short sample that we have, but you also watch him in the preseason, he's a much better quarterback. And the only difference between the two in terms of starting is that Zach Wilson is a number 2 overall and Mike White is not. If Mike White was the number 2 overall, he'd be starting, and no
Well,
issue.
well, let me ask your opinion as a Jets fan, and I've been hearing this all week on New York sports media. If Zach Wilson is benched for the entire year, will he ever be the New York Jets quarterback?
Yes.
You think so?
I think
even though if he's benched,
not going to be the starting quarterback.
Well,
he
I
will
mean,
be a New York Jets quarterback.
Okay, well,
I think
right.
I think if he doesn't start for the rest of the season, which
see, everyone said a lot of people were
he's
saying,
done as a starting quarterback in the league. I think.
Well,
if he doesn't start again.
Well, a lot of people were saying in the New York media, saying if he's benched for the entire year, don't expect him to be the Jets quarterback ever. So
he's not a Jets starting quarterback
Okay.
if he doesn't play the rest of the year. I don't think he's a starting quarterback in the league, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe one of the other teams will take a shot at him, but honestly,
he's got a hell of an arm, though.
yeah. But,
I mean, it's just
but
going everywhere.
That's only part of being a quarterback.
He can't throw a screen pass to save his life, but
the other issue
hell of an arm.
the other issue the Jets have is the locker room doesn't seem to like Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Well,
and that's a huge issue.
That's a biggie right there. So interesting week in New York sports media. Well, we got a great show coming up for you. We got a Beatin The House segment. Then it's week 14 of our Pro Pick segment powered by Betfred. Wow, boy, we got to start thinking playoffs now. So now
I don't
we
even
have
want to start thinking about it. I want to get through the rest of the season.
Take it week by week, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Week by week. Today's trip down the Turnpike is brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
Exit 1.
This week's sports betting exit. We're seeing an interesting development happening in the sports betting industry, mostly in Canada right now.
Okay.
And I'm talking about the UFC betting ban. That's
What
going on.
that is such a mess right now, but it's kind of a crisis depending on how it's being handled. But I think right now I think the betting industry is taking the right steps.
Well, again, it's a horrible look for the UFC.
Yeah.
But it actually, if you look at it from the gaming industry perspective, this is actually a good thing because we're seeing how proactive some of these gambling regulators are. With regards to this situation. And to backtrack here, this is the timeline of what's been happening. It's been a very quick set of circumstances here. October 18th, the UFC issued the new gambling policy. Fighters and their teams can't bet on UFC events.
Yeah.
Then on November 5th, the Minner fight happened, where there was some kind of suspicious betting activity, some irregularities occurred in the fight. Then November 19th, New Jersey comes in, the Division of Gaming Enforcement bans any betting being offered on UFC fights or activities that involve Minner's trainer, Krause.
Okay.
And then on the week of November 28th, we see Ontario and then Alberta both ban UFC betting.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Alberta went a step further and voided all UFC bets right now.
Okay.
So both provinces are giving them a chance to cure this.
Yeah. No,
and that's the good thing.
Look, this is so important. I mean, before sports betting really took off, everyone was worried about the integrity of a sport, and I think what you're seeing here is the industry really taking that to heart and make sure everything is not affecting the integrity of the sport. And I think it's a great idea.
We still have one more aspect of this that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
On December 14th, the Nevada State Athletic Association is going to be having a hearing where they're going to be issuing disciplinary action against Minner, the fighter.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering if there's going to be even more, I don't want to say banning, or some other kind of regulatory activity in certain states against the UFC. I mean, I was getting notices from a lot of the sportsbook operators that, about the Ontario ban.
Okay.
And New Jersey came out of nowhere and did that with the Krause ban.
Mm-hmm.
Not UFC ban, but just that person.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of what's going on, I mean, this could have some interesting effects, not just for the UFC, all MMA, because there are other leagues out there that people bet on. This actually could be an opening for some of the other leagues to gain in popularity, because they, if the UFC betting ban on betting extends outside of these two provinces and lasts for a while, you've got these other leagues that could grow in popularity because they're going to be the only MMA to bet on.
Well, look, these business, like I said, about the integrity of the sport, because one of the things that is dependent, that these sports are dependent on, is advertising and endorsements. If it doesn't seem like it's on the up and up, you're going to be suffering from advertising and endorsements. And, one of the biggest advertisers nowadays are sports books, and they're not going to get involved if they think something weird is happening. So, but I think things are moving fast, as they should, when you're dealing with regulations. And
it's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but I think they're all taking the right precautions. The betting industry is taking the right precautions, and we'll see how this turns out. It's a very interesting story to look at.
Well, the one other party that is being affected by this, possibly, they're kind of quiet right now, no comments yet, is DraftKings, who's a partner of the UFC.
Okay. Yeah.
And, DraftKings has been taken on the chin lately with the hacking issues.
Yeah.
And that's being investigated by the FBI. Now, that's a whole other story that we can hit another time.
Yeah.
But DraftKings is a partner with the UFC, and they have issued no statements yet regarding this situation. It may be forthcoming. By the time this airs, they may have a statement. Or this all may be resolved pretty quickly, too.
I hope so. I don't
know.
I think it's good that everything's moving fast. I think it's good that it's being investigated. It's being investigated very thoroughly, and I think, I think we're going to have a resolution in hopefully by the time this airs, but it's certainly in a couple of weeks. But I love what the betting industry is doing. First, when we have these retrospectives of the year, the first thing I thought of, the Calvin Ridley in the NFL and the betting situation that was handled quickly, the integrity, decisively, the integrity of the sport wasn't affected, and it could have been a whole lot worse. And what's happening now with the UFC, I think it's being investigated thoroughly. I think they're moving quickly. I think they're moving thoroughly, and I love what everyone in the gaming industry is doing to police itself and to police the sports that's happening. So good for them.
And big thanks to U.S. Integrity. They're the one who conducted the initial investigation regarding the fight.
I always say they're crucial in the gaming industry. Like I said, before this whole sports betting thing started, everyone was worried about the integrity of sports when it comes to betting, and I think we're showing that the integrity of the sport any sport is being compromised when there's a controversy coming up, because the investigations are thorough and complete and quick.
Yes.
Exit 2.
Everyone who's been watching this show know that this portion of our rundown I usually just reserve for eSports.
Okay. And
one of the things I have been learning as we've been doing the eSports exit is the versatility of eSports that's coming to the forefront here.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the normal suspects of the shoot 'em up games, the first person shooter, the battle royal, the sports esports competitions. We saw recently,
Madden, NHL, and we
just
just said had the NHL story, last week.
And we've also seen it going into other areas like the Excel esports competition, where you're making a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got coming out of Tokyo.
All right.
The e-construction machinery challenge competition.
Ooh, what the hell's that? You're virtually building something? Is that what I'm thinking?
This one was actually very interesting because it was remote piloting real vehicles.
Whoa. Wait a minute, wait.
They took that extra step. They are bringing esports as construction training.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So these are not virtual machines. No. These are real machines that someone's operating.
What happened was
is that considered I guess it's considered esports.
Well, this is what they did. They had they had teams of 2 operators and 1 supervisor against each other.
Okay.
What they were doing, they piloted excavators and dump trucks to move large amounts of soil in the shortest amount of time.
Wow. Okay.
And what they were doing was they weren't just doing something computer-wise. over on the, and I'm going to get the name right here, Chiba Boso Technical Center. It's a training ground.
Wow. Okay.
Where they had these players remote controlling real vehicles to do this.
Interesting. I mean, this is a training exercise. Who slapped the moniker of esports on this thing?
Well, it was an actual esports competition.
Oh, it was an actual competition.
They were doing
They
were doing a competition, and what they were doing was seeing who the best people were, and they were going to be offering them jobs.
See, that's awesome. Look at that. That's like one of the. I always say, like, NFTs are always good when you can use them to do something.
Talk about
now,
utility.
esports is actually, is an actual training thing. Yep. It's getting people jobs, and it's teaching them how to do construction.
And one other thing,
I don't even know what you call that. They're
construction.
Are they building anything? I don't think they're building.
Well,
they're just moving machinery.
This was the entire thing because they were also testing out what worked best, game pads or joysticks.
Oh, okay.
And what they want to do is, in certain times, for construction vehicles, like when there's a natural disaster, you don't want to risk people.
Okay.
You can have somebody remotely control vehicles to control and excavate and save people, dig up things.
See, that's awesome. Look at that. All right.
We also have the situation where you may have a nuclear situation where radiation goes into effect, where you don't want people getting radiation poisoning.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And also, part of what this company does, the construction company doing all this, they are going to be involved with the NASA Artemis project.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you may see remote-controlled vehicles by these quote-unquote esports players from the Earth.
Esports in space. I love this.
Esports, yeah.
Great.
That's the long-term goal of some of this competition. And also, if you want to see the actual competition, it's actually on YouTube. It was a 3-hour-long competition.
See, that's cool. I'll check it out. I'd like to check that out.
It's a very different way, but it's of doing esports, but it's also showing the versatility of esports, not just for entertainment purposes, but there's a practical purpose here too. And it could be in certain instances a life-saving purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's really cool to see esports growing in so many different ways, as we're doing this show over time here.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to see the next step with what's going on with this stuff.
Good for them.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly. Ding dong, Drizzly.
Exit 3.
We're going to talk some Hot Wheels NFTs today.
Hot Wheels. By the way, I was never a big Hot Wheels kind of kid. I always liked the Matchbox, which was, we always got it at the KB Toy and Hobby store in the mall.
They were a lot cheaper.
Really? I remember going into KB Toy and Hobby, or I probably got that wrong, but KB, whatever it was. But you walk in, and they were at the checkout counter, and they had the display case.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, when Matchbox first came out, they were the cheaper alternative.
Oh, were they?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I kind of always liked the Matchbox cars.
Yeah, and they always came
By the way, I still have them.
They always came in the little box.
Yeah, well, Matchbox. So I'm assuming that's how they got the.
They were
Matchbox.
no bigger than a Matchbox.
Yeah.
So, but Mattel here has launched a whole series of NFTs on their Mattel Creations website.
Oh, okay.
Mattel's released NFT collections for both Barbie and Hot Wheels.
Wow.
We're going to talk Hot Wheels today.
All right.
And just for the blockchain people out there, the marketplace is built on the Flow blockchain, which is the same platform that NBA Top Shot uses.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of technical utility that can be employed with all
Let me ask you,
NFTs.
the Hot Wheels NFTs, do they have NFTs of all the cars they've ever produced, or is it select kind of thing, or what is it?
Right now, the first launch,
All
first drop, I should say.
Drop, is that what
That's
the
what you call
technical
an NFT
term is?
launch, yeah.
Drop?
The first drop is going to be the Series 4 of the Hot Wheels NFT Garage.
Okay. Oh, so it's going to be in stages kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, each of these different, like the Series 4 of the Hot Wheels NFT Garage. Series 4.
I guess you would have to be a collector to know what Series 4 would mean.
It's a certain
right?
line of cars.
Okay. All
certain
right.
line of cars. Right now, there's the entire Series 4 Hot Wheels NFT Garage. I can't believe I have to say that all the time. But we'll have about 60 different cars as part of this drop.
Okay.
They're going to have Aston Martins, McLarens,
All right.
all different types of Series 4 style cars. And each pack, they're going to have 7 cars in each pack, $25 each per pack. Not per car, but per pack. And you don't need to have any kind of crypto wallet to purchase these.
Okay.
This is for just anybody. It's all consumer friendly, both tech consumer and non-tech consumer.
Okay.
And they're going to have different rarity levels. Like pretty much like NFTs do. You know, you're going to have certain special kinds.
So you say rarity levels, you're talking about different values.
Different values.
Okay, all right.
But they're all going to be $25 a pack.
Oh, okay. All
but
right.
included in the
bad.
pack, you're going to have different things.
All right, okay.
You know, like when you get the baseball cards, you used to get the foil card mixed in with the
I
other
remember
cards.
that. Yeah.
You're going to have stuff like that.
I one time had we talk about cards and football cards. They one time had a sticker. They had all the cards and then a sticker in one. Yeah.
Yep. This is what you're going to see because the rarest ones are going to have a utility function where you can get a die-cast version of that card.
Okay, that would be cool. Because let me tell you something. I guess I'm feeling nostalgic, and every time I'm in a store and I know they have like Hot Wheels or Matchbox, I tend to look for my car when I was a kid. I mean, my first car was a Plymouth TC3, which was a piece of crap, and I blew out the clutch, and I had to get rid of it in like 2 or 3 months of getting it the first time. But my first real cool car was a 1984 Pontiac Fiero, and I'm looking for a Matchbox or a Hot Wheels Pontiac Fiero. I'm just
for those who don't remember the Fiero, there was a 2-seater, and it was one of the few cars that had the split engine. They had part of the engine.
It was
in the front, part of
recalled.
the
By the
engine
way,
in
it was
back.
recalled because it blow up into flames or something like that. Everyone was saying
That was one of the drawbacks of the.
I gotta
split
tell
engine.
you, I did the recall and it drove worse after the recall. So I hate recalls.
I remember I had one car, a Mitsubishi Eclipse, for a while. It was running. It was a beautiful running car. Took it in to get service. I get a call from the mechanic, and guy's like, well, I can give you a tune-up to make it run better. Never ran right after.
Yeah,
I hate when they suggest
no,
doing stuff like that.
but anytime I'm in a store and I know they either have Hot Wheels or Matchbox cars, I go over and look for see if they have. It doesn't even have to be a 1984 Fiero. I'm just looking for any Fiero. So that's I guess you get to a certain age and start getting nostalgic
I
like
guess
that. So.
And just so other people, if you're not into Hot Wheels, you've got Funko, who's releasing physical and digital comic book collectibles on a wax blockchain platform.
Oh, wow. You're a comic book guy.
Yep.
You have a whole bunch of comic
I got
books.
a ton of comic books, trust me. You also have Hasbro. Hasbro just released a collection of, and unfortunately, this is actually the timing is kind of good for the collectible market.
Okay.
Not good in other terms. Hasbro just released a series of Power Rangers NFTs.
Oh, okay.
And one of the Power Rangers just died.
Yes. It was a sad story. Very sad story.
Very sad story, but he was the Green and the White Ranger for people who followed that.
I didn't follow it, so I
never watched it, but
I didn't know too much about the Power Rangers, but it's a sad story.
I knew enough that this was one of the original ones who left and then came back as a different Power Ranger.
I wouldn't know.
So
I'm out of the Power.
He was.
Was it Power Rangers?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
So, but they're the NFTs for the Power Rangers are going to be redeemed for action figures.
Okay.
So that's going to be a huge market for the White and the Green Ranger, more so than anything else right now.
Yeah, I'm very curious. The emergence of NFTs. What is this doing for? Like I said, you're a comic book guy. What does that do for the collectors who collect the physical comic books? Does this increase their value of the physical comic books?
It really depends on the comics.
Depends on the comics. So the NFTs are really. You can't compare them. I mean, a good NFT, and you have a classic comic, and there's an NFT of a classic comic. Does that increase your physical classic comic book?
Anything increases the value of a classic comic.
All right.
But an NFT, you could actually corner the market in terms of offer the actual collectible, the rare collectible item through the NFT.
Oh, okay.
So there's a whole different way you can do all that stuff.
So.
Exit 4.
Last exit of the day, we're going to talk golf.
Okay.
But not PGA golf.
Golf in December, yeah.
We're going to be
I
talking,
miss playing golf.
We're going to be talking TGL golf.
TGL.
And
okay.
this hasn't launched yet. This is going to launch in 2024.
Okay, is this a new league?
It's sort of a new league. It's not really a league. It's more like a TV show.
Oh, okay.
This is being done by Tomorrow Sports, TMRW Sports, which is Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy's company.
Oh, okay.
And also who's involved is the former Golf Channel president, Mike McCarley.
Mm-hmm.
They announced the new league, TGL. The G and the L stand for Golf League. They haven't said what the T means. I'm assuming Tiger or something else, or the Golf League or something. But it could even be technology because it's going to meld live golf with technology.
Okay. All right.
What they're going to be doing is the tournaments are going to be held on Mondays when this launches on TV.
All right.
Away from the Wednesday through Saturday, Sunday schedule of the PGA Tour. Because the PGA Tour is actually a partner of all this.
Okay.
So they're all going to be working together on this.
Yeah, I guess you have to stay away. Well, Thursday through Sunday is when the tournaments are. The traditional tournaments that we all know. I guess Wednesday is one of those days you got to get there. So you're talking about Mondays, which is probably a great day. Number one, if you love golf, Monday is usually a quiet day for golf unless there's some kind of weather delay in a tournament. But it's a great choice to do this golf thing.
I'm not a big golf on TV watcher.
Oh, I can vegetate for hours.
But I may watch
watching
this. This is going to be very interesting.
So what is it now? What am I expecting?
The PGA Tour players or the TGL players, whoever they're going to be.
Okay.
Besides Tiger Woods and McIlroy, they're going to be playing in this too.
Good.
They're going to start off playing golf on a simulator.
Oh,
it's a virtual reality, not an augmented reality, but a virtual reality where you don't have to wear the goggles or anything.
Okay.
They're going to be playing on a simulator that is going to be tracking parameters like club speed, exit velocity of the ball, club path, spin to project the next shot.
Okay.
And when they get us to within a certain distance of the hole, they're actually going to be putting on a tech-enabled green.
Wow. Okay.
In front of an audience.
See, that's awesome. I did that golf simulation a couple years ago in Atlantic City, and it was basically you're hitting a ball into a screen, and it's a picture of
that's probably how it's going to start.
Yeah, but it's so much more the way you're talking about.
Oh yeah, no. Once you get to the putting green, it's going to be live putting in front of an audience.
Wow,
and it's all going to be tech enhanced.
Wow, okay, that's amazing.
They're going to be doing a 5-month regular season. With playoffs and a championship.
See, yeah, I'll watch that. Where's this? Where can I watch it?
They haven't announced where they're going to be showing it. I'm assuming, given who's involved, it's probably going to be like a Turner station, like a TNT or TBS.
Or the Golf Channel. That's
the Golf Channel, maybe because it's the former president.
Yeah, who knows? But, I'll certainly watch. Look, like I said, Monday is like the perfect day for this because if you're a big golf fan, there's usually not a lot on Monday.
The one portion of this they're going to push to get the non-golf viewing audience involved in all this. They're not going to be showing a lot of. There's no reason to show any players walking between shots.
Well,
they're going right to the next shot.
Yeah, where you're walking to.
They're going right to the next shot. It takes out the entire extra stuff that slows
perfect.
down for me. I don't like watching the guys walk.
Sure, I'd be very curious to see how long an actual
2 hours
match. A golf match is without the walking and without the traveling between holes and the balls and stuff like that.
The entire competition is going to be 2 hours each episode. So they've eliminated all the excess.
See, that's great.
Yeah, I wonder if they can do that with baseball.
So any chance they'll
get walking up to the plate?
Any chance in the future that betting will be involved in this, or fantasy sports, or
given who's involved with all this? Tiger Woods is
who was the match
exactly. I'm assuming you're going to see betting, fantasy, all that.
I would love that.
I'm assuming you may even see the integration of metaverse and NFTs with all these.
I mean, talking about all the information you're getting, when you say Betcast, this is an absolute Betcast.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And also the fact that you don't the fact that you don't have the walking goes right to the next shot.
Yeah, it's
might
great.
actually be great for in-play betting because
it's great.
It actually automatically sets up everything.
Sure,
and you're ready to go. And they showed the stats for golf on TV. Turner averaged 1.39 million cable viewers for the last 4 matches. The match.
Yeah.
Those charity series.
The charity, and it's it's the most fun you can have betting on golf when you're sitting at home.
And I'll tell you,
I watch it and I have my phone in my hand. I'm doing bets on each hole. It's fun.
I totally forgot that ABC had what was called Monday Night Golf for a while.
Yeah, I kind of remember
in
that.
In 1999 to 2005.
Well, now they can do it because you don't have to be outside in the darkness and things like that.
I'm wondering if ABC may be in the running for something
look at
like
that
this.
primetime golf. I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
and they actually drew 7.4 million viewers per episode. For Monday Night Golf.
I'd watch it.
I mean, as long as it's not competing with Monday Night Football, I think somebody would be looking for Monday Night Golf.
You started in February and March and things like that.
Started right after the Super Bowl.
Sure, be perfect. And today's trip down the Turnpike was brought to you by Drizzly, your online liquor store. Available in over 95 cities across North America, Drizzly offers a huge selection and competitive pricing with a side of personalized content. Now there's no need to leave the house. Get alcohol delivered in less than an hour by Drizzly. Head on over to drizzly.com and order today. And now get $5 off your first order of $20 or more when using our promo code DRINK19 at checkout. Shop beer, wine, and liquor with drizzly.com.
And as always, you can get in touch with Turnpike Sports by calling or texting us at 609-512-5910. That's 609-512-5910. At Turnpike Sports is the show's handle on Facebook and Twitter. At Turnpike Sports Radio is our handle on Instagram. And as always, our email address is info@turnpikesportsradio.com. And don't forget, you can listen to the show via Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, radio.com mobile app, as well as Stitcher and YouTube. You can also watch us on your smart TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV. Head on over to turnpikesports.net. You'll be able to watch our video channel there.
Well, we got a great show coming up. We got a Beatin The House segment coming up, and then Week 14 Pro Pick segment sponsored by Betfred.
Week 14 already.
Yeah. They always say powered by a sports book. Yep. I should say powered by Betfred. I shouldn't say sponsored by Betfred.
I've noticed that's in the terminology of the industry. When somebody has a sports book,
you're not sponsored. You're powered. You're powered. So, but we're powered by Betfred.
We're both.
Yes.
Powered and sponsored.
So stick around. We'll be right back with more Turnpike Sports.
Yeah, you, come here. Haven't you heard? We don't need to hide anymore.
Now, we can shop privately for adult products at adamandeve.com. They've got massage oils, lingerie, and lots more we can't mention here. Use offer code SPICE404. They'll give you 50% off almost any one item, 3 free DVDs, free mystery gift, and free shipping. That's 50% off, free shipping, and more. Private shopping starts at adamandeve.com.
The Turnpike Sports Pro Football Pick segment is brought to you by Betfred Sportsbook. Never miss a bet with Betfred Sportsbook. Betfred Sports brings over 50 years of experience through the United States betting industry. Straight bets, in-play wagering, parlay cards, teasers, and more. Head on over to BetfredSports.com or download the Betfred Sportsbook app in Colorado, Iowa, or Arizona and get in on all the action today. New signups will receive up to $250 in free bets when wagering $50. Download the Betfred Sportsbook app today. Offer valid in Colorado, Iowa, and Arizona only. Visit BetfredSports.com for terms and conditions. Please gamble responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa, 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona, and 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado.
Welcome to NFL Week 14. This is the Turnpike Sports Pro Football Pick segment powered by Betfred Sports. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're here to talk to you about our best picks for the upcoming NFL weekend. It's been kind of a very interesting
I'm back to my traditional 2-in-1 weekend kind of thing. It's better than I've been doing the last couple weekends. So
I'll be honest. It's very interesting seeing our records for the season right now.
I don't even know what my record is.
We are separated by a half game.
Ooh. Okay.
After I started off 0-6.
Wow.
Right off the beginning of the season. We're now separated by a half game. And I'm starting to see some interesting trends coming throughout this entire regular season here.
Well, it's week 14, so we should be seeing some trends.
I'm actually more curious to see what these. Well, no, because I have to admit there were some teams at the beginning of the season that weren't playing well.
Yeah.
Especially Tampa Bay,
Yeah.
Green Bay. Both of them have started playing better as of late.
Yes.
But if you look at the overall league, when the season first started, first couple of weeks, the underdogs and unders were both hitting over 60%.
Oh, yeah, no, it was just an underfest.
Well, they are now, both of them, the underdogs and the unders have gone down about 5 percentage points from the beginning of the season. The dogs are hitting around 54% instead of the 58% that they used to be hitting at. And the unders, which were over around 61% for a while, are now down to about 56% hitting.
Okay.
So we're starting to see everything come back to a median.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun watching that develop as we go along here. I should actually chart this out at some point.
Yeah, you should have like a flow chart.
Yeah,
or something.
or a what do you call those?
Put it into the computer and have
the
a
graphs,
flow chart.
the graphs. So, but anyway, this is the Betfred Sports Pro Football Pick segment. This is Week 14, and as always, we use Tuesday morning points. So please check your points when you get closer to game time before you make a bet, or unless you want to do early betting.
Yeah,
either way.
Constantly check the lines.
There's
always moving.
There's a whole market of early betting.
Yeah,
which is kind of interesting in terms of comparative to a lot of people who wait till before the game.
And this is the time of year when you have to pay attention to weather.
Yes.
So
as a matter of fact, I have a game that I had to pay attention to the weather.
You looked at the weather report, huh?
First thing I did for this one game.
All right.
Like I said, we use Tuesday morning lines from Betfred. We pick point spreads and totals. We do not use money line bets.
Yep. I save them for my parlays.
Exactly. As I said, we're getting into Week 14, and let's head on over to the first game of the week. My first game of the week, I've got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Detroit to play the Lions. Detroit, I think this might be one of the first times Detroit's favored in a game. They're favored by 1 point.
I took this game, too, and I was very surprised with the line.
And the over-under is 53.5.
Yep.
When I saw this on the schedule, after Week 13, watching what Minnesota did with the Jets and what Detroit did with Jacksonville, the first word that came to my mind was points.
Yeah.
You've got the Lions 40 points against Jacksonville. You've got the Vikings over the last couple of weeks. They played the Patriots and the Jets, two of the toughest defenses in the AFC, and they hung a bunch of points on both those teams. Now you have the Vikings coming in to face Detroit, which seems to be all offense, no defense.
Yeah.
And
you can say that about both teams, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I'm not too impressed.
More so with Detroit.
I'm not too impressed with the Vikings defense either.
The Vikings pass defense is where they're vulnerable.
Yep.
And I think Detroit with Goff back there, Goff has been really lighting it up lately, which is really nice to see.
Yeah.
He was basically cast aside by the Rams, so he's playing extremely well. The over is 4-1 in the Vikings' last 5 versus the NFC North. And the over is also 4-1 in the Lions' last 5 versus the NFC North. The other stat I found out doing a little research, the over is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings between these two teams in Detroit.
Okay.
So as you can see, I'm following that very first instinct where I saw the word points when I looked at this game line, and I'm going over 53.5.
Okay, this is one of those games where you can find stats to prove your point in either direction.
Yes.
I have stats about these two teams, and I went with the under.
Really?
Yes, here are my stats. For the Lions, the under is 6-1 in their last 7 Week 14 games and 5-1 in their last 6 home games against a team with a winning record. Granted, very good offenses of both teams, very bad defensive for both these teams. But 53.5 is a lot of points. I mean, I think there will be a lot of points scored, but I'm going with the under. So we're going head-to-head on this one.
I'm thinking you're going to see a 28-27 type game. So
maybe,
maybe. It's just after seeing that 40-point.
I know,
so.
but I just God, that's a lot of points. 53.5. It's just a lot of points for me.
Well, we'll just see what happens.
It's like one of those point spreads. Like you see like minus 14. I can't do minus 14 in a pro game. That's what I'm seeing here in this total. That's just too many points. 53.5.
Going to that point spread kind of thing. I think I did that once this year and it backfired on me. So I'm not doing big point spreads. But point spread wasn't too bad in this one either.
No. Lions favored by 1.
Yeah.
So
let's head on over to the second game. Game number 2, I've got Carolina Panthers versus the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's favored by 3.5. There's an over-under of 43.5. Carolina has just been a covering machine lately. They're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. Seattle's going the other way. They're 0-3 against the spread in their last 3. But before those 3, Seattle was the covering machine. They were 5-1 against the spread in their previous 6.
I stayed away from this game just because of that. These teams seem to be going in opposite directions, and you're not going to know what team shows up on Sunday. So it should be interesting.
Well, the one thing that made me look at this game a little harder was San Francisco losing Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Everyone is saying Seattle may be the winner of the NFC West.
Yeah.
Because of what happened there. I'm thinking you might see a renewed focus.
Well, we'll see how Purdy does,
So,
Mr. Irrelevant over at the 49ers.
He wasn't too irrelevant there. So
he's not irrelevant anymore for the 49er fans.
But again, like I said before I coughed up a lung there.
Yeah.
Jimmy G's out. Everyone's thinking Seattle is going to be the possible NFC West winner. You've got Seattle's 2-0-1 against the spread in their last 3 against Carolina. And Carolina is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 in Seattle. They're playing in Seattle here. I really think you're going to see a very intense game by Seattle, both offense and defense. I'm going Seattle and laying the 3.5.
All right, my next game is the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers are 3-point favorites, and the total is 37 points. I got to tell you, I love the way the Pittsburgh Steelers have been playing over the last couple of weeks, and Kenny Pickett is really improving week to week. I mean, in their last 5 games after a win, the Steelers are 3-1-1 against the spread and are 5-2-1 against the spread in their last 8 home games. And the Ravens aren't doing so well, especially with an injury to Lamar Jackson. In their last 9 overall games, they are 2-6-1 against the spread. I mean, certainly with that injury to Jackson, you got to give the edge to Pittsburgh. So I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers and laying the 3 points.
All right, let's head on over to game number 3. Last game of the week. And I swore I would never, ever bet on my Jets again.
Looking good, though. I mean, they're terrible in the red zone.
Yeah, 1 for 6.
And by the way, that was atrocious play calling.
No, that was a drop by Berrios.
Okay, but you shouldn't have been in that situation. You were in the red zone a couple of times, and just
I think LaFleur's got to work on
running 2 times in a row. First down, I understand running, but first and second downs, come on, stop. Unless they saw something. But
also, you should never have an empty backfield in the goal line situation because it just tells everyone you're passing. They'll just hang back. But anyway, I've got the New York Jets going to Orchard Park, playing the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo's favored by 9. Over-under is 44.
This might be a weather game.
That's exactly what I was thinking because this is the first game all season I went to the weather report.
Okay.
I saw this on the Betfred screen, and I saw the 44. I looked at the weather. They're calling for snow. They're calling for 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh, okay.
And you've got Mike White, who the last time he played Buffalo didn't throw a touchdown pass, threw 4 interceptions, and the team only scored 17 points. I don't know if we're going to see something like that, but you've got snow, you've got wind, you got Mike effing White, who can't really play against the Buffalo Bills, it looks like.
Okay.
And you have both really, really good defenses. I'm thinking the way everything is shaping out, the under is 6-1 in the Bills' last 7 against the AFC.
Okay.
The Jets, the under is 4-0 against the last 4 versus the AFC. I'm thinking you may see a defensive battle here, or I should just say a weather-related kind of low-scoring game.
I knew you were heading for an under the way you were talking.
44. I
Yep.
went under 44.
Under 44. Well, my last game is the Cleveland Browns traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are 6-point favorites, and the total is 47. I love it. The Battle of Ohio. This is always a great game. And by the way, it's always a high-scoring game. 3 of the last 4 of these two, when these two teams played each other, it went over. The total went over. So I think the over is 4-0 in the Bengals' last 4 games against a team with a losing record. And for the Browns, the over is 4-1 in their last 5 Week 14 games. And I guess given the trends, everything seems like it's an over in this game. It just these teams play each other great, and it seems they put a lot of points on the board. Like I said, 3 times out of the last 4 times these two teams have played, it hit the over, and I'm going with the trends on this one. So I'm taking the over 47 points.
All right, let's recap our Week 14 picks. Why don't you go ahead and do your recap?
Well, the one we have is we're on opposite sides of it. I'm taking the under 53.5 points in the Vikings-Lions game. I'm taking the Steelers and laying the 3 points against the Ravens. And I'm taking the over 47 points in the Browns-Bengals game.
And as you said, I did the over 53.5 in the Vikings-Lions game. I'm going with Seattle laying the 3.5 against the Panthers. Did I say Seattle? Seattle laying the 3.5 against the Panthers. And I'm doing the under 44 in what I hope is going to be a blizzard full of Orchard Park.
A 3-0 game. Huh?
Basically.
That's what you hope for. Huh?
I'm hoping for something like that. I'm hoping nothing happens, which is basically anti everything about American petting.
Yeah.
We want something to happen. These picks will be up in print form on the blog, turnpikesports.us. Click on the blog button. You'll see them there. Feel free to comment there. info@turnpikesportsradio.com is the email address to even send in your own picks. You can follow the show on Twitter @Turnpike Sports and the alternate handle @Turnpike Bets. We've got Facebook @Turnpike Sports and Instagram @TurnpikeSportsRadio.com. Sorry, @Turnpike Sports Radio for Instagram. That's it for us this week. Again, enjoy your NFL Sunday.
And that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.
80% of falls in the home occur in the bathroom. Don't put yourself or a loved one at risk. There's a safe bathing system for everyone's budget.
Enjoy a bathing experience that combines safety, comfort, and excellence. If assisted living is not for you, a BCI walk-in tub may well be the answer, giving you the safety and freedom to live independently. A BCI walk-in tub is the most affordable and comfortable walk-in tub in the market today. With our dual drain technology, your tub will drain quickly, and for those that still like the feature of a shower, our two-way bliss gives you both a handheld and overhead shower head. We offer the best financing in the industry with payments as low as $99 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months with approved credit. For comfort, safety, price, and selection, it's got to be BCI Walk-In Tub. Be one of the first 50 callers and save $1,500.
Call 800-354-4377, 800-354-4377 for a free no obligation in-home consultation.
With Drizzly, I can shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly also lets me shop from multiple stores in my area and compare prices on thousands of products. Ding dong, Drizzly.
We'll get back to the show in a few moments, but I just wanted to take some time and tell everyone about Bean Genius, the smart specialty coffee subscription service. Bean Genius sells freshly roasted coffee from some of the best independent coffee roasters in the country. They feature over 2,000 specialty coffee blends, all at your fingertips at beangenius.com. Here's how it works. Head on over to beangenius.com and take their palate profiler test to find out what coffee best fits your taste. Then select from a variety of subscription plans. Every subscription comes with free shipping, and delivery can even be scheduled for once or twice each month. And based upon your review of each coffee blend you try, Bean Genius actually learns your individual taste preferences and then suggests future coffee blends for you. And now you can get 10% off your Bean Genius subscription when you use our promo code PIKE at checkout. Bean Genius offers a variety of subscription plans to suit any coffee lover's needs. Subscribe with Bean Genius today and start enjoying some of the best tasting coffee around. And save 10% off your coffee plan with promo code PIKE.
It's a casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Beatin The House is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Slots, table games, live dealer games, everything you love about Atlantic City and Vegas, all online at BetMGM. Don't wait. Join in the fun now. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Grab a lion's share of the fun at BetMGM.com. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to another edition of Beatin The House here at Turnpike Sports. I'm Doug Weischadle here with Dave Weischadle. We're going to take a crisscross trip around the country, around the world, discussing some of the biggest casino and slot and bad beat, pie gal poker, table game, lottery, keno, whatever. If it's a big jackpot, we're going to be talking about it. Please keep the press releases coming in. Info at turnpikesportsradio.com is the email address to send us your PR regarding jackpots at your properties.
Yeah, hey, by the way, I didn't win a jackpot, but I won $20 on this thing called Magic of the Rings. I was on, what is it, Bet Rivers, their online casino. So
Magic of the Rings.
Magic of the Rings.
That wasn't a Hobbit-inspired kind of deal, was it?
Kind of a wizard kind of thing to it, but it was...
Middle-earthian?
Not even that. It was just a normal, real kind of thing. But no, it just was at the top of the. They always have the new slot machines or the new offerings they have at the online casino. So I tried a couple of the new ones. So it was interesting. Then I had one. What was it? Green something?
Green Tube.
Green Tube. Yeah, they had something about Apollo or
some of the best games. Green Tube has been.
Yeah, I know. I really should have wrote down the name somewhere, but it was,
graphics-wise, Green Tube puts out some really good graphic games.
Or something Apollo 10 or something like that. It was a Greek gods kind of thing. So it was
mythology-based.
It was mythology-based kind of thing.
So was it Roman mythology or Greek mythology?
Yeah, it had the word Apollo in it.
So
Apollo.
That's
I guess that's Roman.
That's Roman. So
we're Greek. Okay. I don't even know.
So it's not like a divine fortune kind of thing.
I think it was that kind of theme to it, but it was huge. I mean, not only did it have like 4 reels across the front, but it had an extra long thing on the side of the page where it was spinning too. So it was something about Apollo, and but it was interesting.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
So that was
well done, Green Tube.
That was at Bet Rivers.
Yeah, that was Bet Rivers.
So people, if you're playing on Bet Rivers online, take a look for it. Really cool looking games.
You go to their online casino, and they have all their new games up on top. Well, on my screen they had all the new games, and I checked out a couple of the new games.
You know what? I'll see if I can find a picture and pop it up on the TV side.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start off. We're going to start off in Mississippi. I think we had one last week as well. The Beau Rivage.
We had Beau Rivage, didn't we? Or either last week or the week before.
One of the previous episodes we had Beau Rivage. Yeah. We have now another jackpot.
Wow. What the hell's going on with Beau Rivage?
$1,179,313.22 on a $1 denomination Wheel of Fortune slot machine.
Wow.
At Beau Rivage.
Wheel of Fortune again, huh?
Yep. She put in, according to this is where it's a little confusing in the report. The press release said that the woman who won the jackpot put in a $41.60 ticket into the machine.
All right.
Did not say how much the bet was that won the jackpot, but it was the progressive jackpot. $1.179 million.
Wow, that's amazing.
And
I just told a story about how I won $20. Huh?
And this is after the previous jackpot we talked about. Here's I have it in my notes here. November 16th was the previous jackpot of $207,000. The woman from New York won the blackjack progressive side bet.
Okay, yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
So congratulations to both of them.
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time in Mississippi all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, Beau Rivage. Boy, what's some loose slots there, huh?
Well, we're jumping across the country to Washington State.
Okay.
The area called Snoqualmie.
Snoqualmie.
Yes.
All right.
And we're going to the Snoqualmie Casino.
Okay. This is a casino I've never heard of.
This is a Native American casino.
Okay.
And over the Thanksgiving weekend, this jackpot happened. It was a $1,039,633.73 jackpot playing Light and Wonder's 5 Treasures Explosion.
Wow, congratulations.
And
there's something about the Thanksgiving weekend is everyone goes to the casinos and everyone gambles. That's when you always have all the stories about the jackpots.
Well, I noticed something else about this story. It's the 5 Treasures Explosion, and this is by Light and Wonder.
Okay.
Light and Wonder also puts out the dancing drums kind of games.
Yeah.
They have the dancing drums, then they have the dancing drums explosion.
Okay.
And what we're going to talk about, I'm telegraphing this later on in the Jersey Jackpot segment because we have a segment for those.
Okay.
We have a jackpot or two on 5 Treasures.
Okay.
The earlier version of 5 Treasures Explosion.
All right.
So we're seeing
does this
5 Treasures.
Does this look like a dancing drums thing?
Yep.
Okay.
They're all similar games.
They're all of the dancing drums family kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is that where can we?
I would say the platforms are the same.
All right. Okay.
Going down to Nevada, we have Las Vegas, Four Queens Hotel and Casino. We have a lucky patron winning $748,441.08 playing Aristocrats Buffalo Grand slot.
Okay.
We haven't had a Buffalo branded slot jackpot lately, so
they always seem like they're the first slot I see when I walk onto a gaming floor. Usually they're like huge. They're like they almost reach the ceiling in some of these places, and they have the big buffalo on them. So,
well, we're going to be leaving the West Coast and going to Springfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. Must be MGM, right?
MGM Springfield,
Yep.
the only casino in that area.
That's why I knew it was MGM.
Soon to be one of the only sports books in that area, too.
Yeah.
The lucky winner of $235,790 hit a straight flush playing Ultimate Texas Hold'em Progressive.
Okay.
That's a table game.
Yeah.
That's not a video poker. That's not an actual poker. It's a table game progressive
Okay.
game. Going back over to Nevada. Gold Coast Casino. We have a man identified only as Anderson. That was the only name he gave.
Just Anderson.
That was the name he gave. He was visiting with friends from Texas, and after lunch, his friend suggested he try Pai Gow poker.
Okay.
So this first-time player.
No way, a first-time player. I might not even want to hear what he won, but
he
go
drew
ahead. Okay.
a 7-card straight flush with an ace-king in the hole.
Wow.
The hand was worth $152,768.
Wow.
First time he sits down to play this game.
Wow.
It wasn't the first hand; it was a little while in, so
Okay,
it wasn't a first hand hit.
Good for him.
That actually makes me feel a little bit better. Never played the game, but he hit huge in a jackpot.
I've only played it online, so.
Well, staying in Las Vegas, we haven't had a bad beat in a while.
Okay.
And this is your favorite bad beat, by the way.
Oh,
The
Stations Casino?
Casinos. Yes. We have
it's my favorite because when someone wins a bad beat,
Yes.
the people win it on all the station casino poker rooms.
Yes.
Or all the way across town. So.
Well, we have the Omaha Bad Beat Progressive hitting once again at the Boulder station. Boulder seems to be the epicenter of bad beats for the station's casinos. Okay. Because we've had a couple from Boulder Station before.
Okay.
Total payout for this bad beat was $104,960.
Wow.
The guest with the bad beat by the name of OK Floyd. I'm assuming it means Oklahoma. That's kind of, I don't know if it's OK or Oklahoma.
Oklahoma
they
Floyd.
They didn't clarify that. OK Floyd.
Great name for a gambler, by the way.
Oklahoma Floyd.
Oklahoma
Well,
Floyd.
there was an old poker player who recently passed away not too long ago, Oklahoma Johnny Hale.
Oh, yeah.
We had him on our other show, House of Cards.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the OK Floyd had the 5-4 of hearts, giving her a 5-card straight flush.
Nice. Good.
She was beaten, and this is a day for interesting names. I'm going to have to say this right here. She was beaten by Vlitanu Mafi.
Okay.
Yes. And then Vlitanu, if I mispronounced your name, I do apologize. Held the King, Queen of Hearts and had a royal flush.
Okay.
The losing hand, which was OK Floyd, she won $41,993.
Wow. Great.
The hand that beat her, the winning hand in the poker game, won $20,997. As everyone knows, bad beat. The losing hand that has the winner beat is the winner of the jackpot.
Yep.
The 30 players playing Omaha at that time, and these were only the players playing Omaha.
Okay.
$1,399 each.
See? That's great.
This was the second highest Omaha bad beat to hit at the Boulder.
Wow. Okay.
The highest one was March of last year, $107,000. So.
Okay.
And congratulations to everyone there, and for everyone else who's playing Omaha at Boulder Station, the bad beat jackpot was reset to $40,000 right after the winning hand there. Staying in Vegas.
All right.
We have Caesar's Palace. This happened during the World Cup, the USA World Cup.
Okay.
Let's see. Player snared, no name on the player, by the way. Player snared 5 aces on face-up Pai Gow. 2 Pai Gow jackpots today.
2 Pai Gow pokers.
Yep.
Huh?
The major progressive jackpot, $100,000, $858. $100,858. So 5 ace. I guess that's a five of a kind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So 5 aces, and he won the progressive jackpot of $100,000.
Great.
All right, now we are doing our little Jersey jackpot rundown now.
All right, yeah.
We're going to end the segment with Jersey jackpot.
And I'm going to keep quiet, and you can run them down. You got a whole list of them,
Well, if you see something you want to talk about,
All
tell
right.
me.
Okay.
November 11th, we're going $206,851.10. Got to include the 10 cents. On betfaircasino.com playing Divine Fortune.
I love that game.
There's another game that's always kicking out. November 12th, $103,400 on BorgataCasino.com playing IGT's Fortune Coin. November 13th, we had a pair of them, $200,000 on DraftKings.com playing Williams Interactive 5 Treasures. There's where I was talking about.
Okay.
And then on Virgin Casino, this is actually we've never had this before.
All right.
$101,925 on Pala Casino.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we've had a Pala Casino.
Never had a Pala one before. NYX Gaming's Triple Double Da Vinci Diamonds. That's almost like a classic 3-reel kind of slot.
Yeah.
But it's online. So going over to November 15th, we have $124,400. DraftKings.com playing Every's Atomic Meltdown. $150,292.69 on VirginCasino.com playing Deal or No Deal, which the game manufacturer there is Ben Scott.
Yep.
November 17th, $100,250 on Hard Rock Casino playing Scientific Games, and this is the name of the game I always kind of screw up, Jinjiao Bai Ji, Endless Treasures.
Okay.
If I say that correct, I'm very happy about that. November 19th, your birthday.
Yeah.
$100,000 on BetfairCasino.com playing Alchemy Bets Slingo Extreme.
All right.
November 21st, $199,775.81 on PlayMGM Casino's GVC Spin Bandit.
Never heard of that one.
It's a classic slot.
Okay.
Kind of
All
thing.
right.
November 22nd, $132 on DraftKings.com playing 5 Treasures again.
Okay.
$124,941.21 on BetfairCasino.com playing Divine Fortune. November 23, we have 3 jackpots to hit.
Wow.
$599,622.94. DraftKings.com playing NYX's Hypernova Megaway.
Okay.
125 grand at Harrah's. This is the physical brick and mortar place. Harrah's Atlantic City playing the high limit Bally Quick Hit, which has a minimum bet of $25.
Oh, all right.
That's the denomination starts at.
Okay.
High limit slot. $100,000 on Betfair Casino playing NYX's Jinjiao Beiji.
Okay. See, that's a big day to gamble. The night before Thanksgiving.
Is that the night before?
23rd? Yeah, no, that's always a big night at a casino.
Well, if I remember correctly, on the 23rd, there was at least, I want to say, a dozen jackpots of $50,000 or more, including what I just talked about.
Everyone's playing that night.
Yep. November 25th, the day after Thanksgiving. $160,000 at Borgata Atlantic City, playing IGT's double top dollars. November 27th and November 29th, both of these are on betfaircasino.com. We have $168,350 and then $102,150, both on Every's Midnight Matinee, which is a brand new game that just came out on the market.
2 jackpots in 2 days?
Yeah.
Wow. Good
Playing the
them.
same game, same
What
casino.
is it? Midnight Matinee.
Yep.
Okay.
It's in a couple different places.
Yeah, I got to check it out. So.
But it just came out not too long ago, maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, and it's already paying out for a lot of people. Because I saw Midnight Matinee several times in the 4-page spreadsheet that the DGE,
well, I'm going to write
Gaming Enforcement, put that out.
I'm going to write it down and check it out.
Yep. That's it for this week's Beatin the House. Please keep the press releases coming in. info@turnpikesportsradio.com, and we'll keep doing the segment.
And that'll do for us this week. We'll see you next time on the Turnpike.